Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got my knee across the couch here. This is no Harvey Weinstein knee, okay? This is just... Look, it's all in the news now. I can't do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. I'm not doing nothing. So, okay. No, I'm not. You are the last... How to say this right? You're the last person I'd do that to you. And I mean that in a number of different ways. I mean, because, not that I would do it. Oh, God, there's no way. There's no good, easy way to pull yourself out of this one, is there? What happened to your... Oh, wait, you're on... Try again. Oh, 222. Oh, yeah, you're on my... There we go.
Oh, I was on the wrong mic?
No, well, I'm on the wrong mic, technically.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. 5 o'clock. Here we go. Wait, you move over a bit. For once, yeah. Usually you're like way off camera.
Sorry.
That's better.
Yes.
So you see, there you go. You got some even spacing there.
Yes, equality.
Welcome to Friday afternoon. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sweating all over the couch. Sorry about it. Sorry.
But we're doing it. It's Friday afternoon here. We've got the window open. There's natural light coming in. We're all going to go out and...
There's natural sweat
here.
Oh,
so much sweat. I got my balcony. I do my little exercises there every morning. I scare the neighbors by doing...
Oh, you do it naked or something?
No, you just, you're doing your and your jumps and things. Yeah, well, hi, cool. So, hi, everyone, welcome. It's 5 o'clock. We'll do a little hour and bit, whatever, like we did last time. That was nice.
Something like
See
that,
how
yeah.
we go. See how we go.
Yeah.
We got things to do. This evening, Midsummer. We've done the Midsummer. We had our Midsummer at my place. Just some guys came over, some of the comedians, Tim and Taldi and Jakob and Steven and a whole bunch of guys. We grilled and we drank food, and I figured it was the one night we don't need to worry about the neighbors and the noise. Like,
no, nobody's in Tallinn.
Yeah, if they are. Yeah. What are you doing? We complain. What are you doing in Tallinn?
Yes.
So we had a good night. Now, where did you go? You went to the... She's got a floppy one. She's got a floppy one. Wait.
I'm used to it, so...
Yeah. Turn that. Just touch the knob gently, and that will make it go firm, Silla.
I know. I'm really rough. I'm sorry. I went to Naissaare. So it's an island near Tallinn. It's not too far. It's like an hour about.
Yeah, everyone knows where it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought like the plan was awesome, like it's a beautiful island, beach. We're gonna grill, we're gonna chill. It's fantastic. There's some locals. There's a bar. I've been there like 5 times.
There's a bar?
Yeah, there's a local bar.
Oh shit! No fuck. No, yeah. I have no idea what's going on in Naissaare. So okay, that's cool.
Okay, yeah. So there's a nice local bar. There's a coffee place. There's a port. There's stuff to do.
Yeah.
So we went there, and shit hit the fan. I was really like, I was not expecting that at all, and I'm pretty shook up, to be honest, because I haven't seen anything like that. I was literally like, who let the fucking dogs out?
What,
like,
craziness? What did you see?
Like, okay, so we went there. Like, you can just like in the boat even. People were already drinking, smoking, like. Going crazy, and I was like, excuse me, there's a pregnant woman here, maybe you shouldn't smoke. Maybe, just maybe, like they think nobody gives a fuck. The locals were like batshit crazy, drunk, fighting, drama every corner. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like there was like literally a guy got hit in the face with an ashtray. like literally a fucking big ass ashtray in his forehead. So he had to get stitches. He got like 5 stitches.
Dang.
And like, I was just like, what the fuck? And then there was like, there was another guy. Like, I don't know anybody. So there's like locals, tourists, everybody. It's just
so
a
you're
mix.
just walking around, seeing what's going on.
Yeah. From one party to another, basically.
Okay,
because
cool.
the island it's not big, but there's like different villages and different places to go. So we were like hanging around. We went to this and that, and we had our own friends there, but there was a lot of strangers. So, and then one point I was just like, okay, like, and like my friend comes to me and like, Sille, I think there's a problem with a guy. And I was like, what problem? I was like, I don't know, there's a lot of blood.
Who can tell? Who knows what blood means? Could mean anything.
I was like, what? Okay, like, what do you mean? And so there's a guy who fell, like he was super drunk. He fell, he hit his head on concrete. and like he like just like flat, like totally flat, and he hit his head, and I was just like, so nobody's help. Like I have to, what like, and instead of calling the ambulance, some people picked him up and just drove him away to our party. And we were
you're the hospital. You're the ER ward on Nisar.
What the hell? I like
Louis Sille-Kadri.
And I was like, do you have like a first aid kit here somewhere? Like they were like, yeah, it's in the house. I'm like, can somebody get it? Like, please, can somebody help me? Can somebody help this fucking dude? Like, he's bleeding, okay? He has a concussion. I can see that he has like his ankle has been sprained. He's like fucked up. Like he's like bleeding. Like really. Like I was like, fuck. And I was like, so I was just fixing up some guy, like. Yeah, right. I was like, so what's your name? Are you okay? Like he was a little bit dizzy and like nauseous because of the concussion, but like he was pretty okay. And I was like, yeah, you need to go to the hospital, man. You're fucked up. I think your leg is broken. And I was like, and he needs stitches and like.
So what? So you first of all, Sille fixing up a guy is not a euphemism. Like that literally is what happened. For once, it's not a euphemism.
No.
And so what you did, you helped him the best you could, and then what happens to him?
So yeah, we were organizing a way for him to get back to the mainland. So there was one boat that goes, but he was like, we found some crutches for him because he couldn't walk. His leg was broke, like really, and he was in such a bad shape. And then there were some guys who were like drunk and like like. Too much alcohol, or they just mocking him, and like I was like, shut the fuck up, like what the fuck is your problem, like really, like what is your, like I was just going back, like I was just losing my mind because people did not know how to behave. So we transported this dude on a boat, and he got to the ER, and like it was okay, he survived, but I was like, I was not expecting to get somebody else's blood on me, okay? I was not. And there were some photos of me like actually like fixing his leg and just like like yes. And I was like,
I imagine you would be an efficient nurse, but you're not a gentle nurse.
No.
Right? You'll get the job done, but like, hey buddy,
I was like, didn't mama teach you not to drink too much? Like, you're in an island. Don't you know better? Don't you know better? I was just like...
Damn, people just going nuts out there.
Yeah, and they were like, literally, there was like, there was a guy who punched a girl, and then some other guys punched him, and I was like...
Fuck. I wish I was out there. God, I want to see this free entertainment. Just be walking around. It's just like walking through an amusement park, looking at that attraction. Oh, those rednecks are yelling at each other. That sounds, I don't know. I mean, besides, having to witness domestic violence and patching people up, sounds great.
Yeah, I was stressed actually, and there was a lot of just like yelling and people being just wasted because, like, first of all, one of my friends, he was like so drunk he passed out under a bush or something like that. Like, okay. And I was like, dude, you should probably go to the house, and he was not moving, and it was just And I was like, come on, like, don't do this, like, wake up, just. And then one of my friends actually fell out of a truck. And I was like,
Jesus, while the truck was moving?
Well, it stopped, but he was trying to get out of it. And then he just fell out of the truck, literally. And I was like, oh, man, I don't want to get the first aid kit again, please.
Oh, my God, nice art. Sounds amazing.
Like, and then it actually ended up on the news because, like, the island. So it was all over the news because the captains were drunk. Who was okay? There was one captain who was supposed to take like 50 people back to mainland after the midsummer. And the thing was, he was the guy who got hit in the head with an ashtray. And he was transported to Tallinn, but I don't know how he made it back in a couple of hours after he got stitches. Yeah. He was back and drinking, and he had fucking I could see it. I was just like, whoa.
Wait, you again? You? Remember you? Wait, last time we carted you off, and now...
It was like less than 12 hours ago, and you're back. And he was like, no, I'm totally cool to drive. He was fucked up. Then the police came and were like, no, you're not going anywhere. But people are waiting, so who is gonna drive the fucking boat, Yeah. And then they were like, oh, okay, because there's like a captain, but there's also like some other like assistant captain, something like that. I don't know the term.
Sure.
Let's say assistant. And then this dude arrives, and he's more wasted than the captain. And he's like, no, I'm cool. I'm good to go. Everybody's like, and the police is there. Police is like, no, stop this. What's with the drunk guys? And then they call the owner of the boat.
Okay.
Like, they say, okay, like there's people here. They bought the tickets. They want to get back to Tallinn. can you find somebody like who can drive this boat back to Tallinn? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna send somebody over from Tallinn. And then they send over this dude, and he's also drunk. So there was like 3 drunk captains. Like, and they're all like, oh, just wait an hour, I'll be fine. Just wait an hour. They're arguing with the police, and I'm just looking.
That's so good. That sounds like an old Estonian comedy movie from the end of the Soviet Union days. 3 drunk captains.
And like literally they didn't give a fuck. And then they called in this other company, and that actually there was another company that came, and the captain wasn't drunk. Okay. He was okay. He was good to go. And then he was
a racist and a homophobe and sometimes beat his wife, but he wasn't drunk. So
he wasn't drunk.
Okay.
So he offered to give a lift for all of these people that have been waiting forever for somebody to sober up in the goddamn island. We were listening, and it was like in the middle of the day. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock.
On the second day?
Second day, yeah.
Okay, wow.
And we were just like eating ice cream and just like, what the fuck? Like there was just so much shit. And then somebody went to the police. Like there was a guy, and there was 2 police officers, like women, like really nice police officers. And they were like just making sure everybody's okay, like nobody's fighting and stuff like that, you know. And and then this dude goes, so how has been like the midsummer for police, officials? And she told him like, well, except this fucking island, everything was awesome. Because they had to go back and forth, and there's so much shit going on. Like,
dang.
And I was like, yeah, you should have just sent an ambulance here in the first place, like even before the party. Because when I arrived, I was like, whoa, everybody was super wasted, even before the party or anything. Like everybody was shit-faced, just like, going crazy. It was really like people went crazy.
The island where the wild things are. This is because I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people listening to the stream can fill us in. Was it like crazy times around Estonia at the different parties? I didn't think so, but maybe or just.
Well, you were with your friends.
Well, sure. Who are they're not crazy. They're just stupid, right? But no. But like, was it like when they were just at parties? Or I mean, maybe there wasn't that many like public gatherings, I guess.
Because it wasn't allowed.
Because it wasn't allowed. Yeah.
So but people still had their private ones. But the thing was, when I was just talking with my friend. She came back. She was also on the countryside, and she told me like, yeah, people were crazy because they had a small get together with family members like grandpa and like sister, whatever, and then like neighbors are like, oh, you're having a party, we're gonna come. And then they invited like somebody from the village, it's somebody invites somebody, blah 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 blah. And it turned out like a bigger event. And then there was also fighting and like it all went to, like, because everybody was super drunk, a lot of cheating, drama, fighting, like all of that. And I was like, oh, thank God it wasn't just me. It wasn't just my party. And yeah, so everybody I've been talking to who were not in Tallinn, who went somewhere like that. I had friends, they went to another island and they said like, yeah, that was crazy. Like everybody had a crazy time. Like it was, because I was just like, it felt to me like all the middle-aged people who got really shit-faced drunk, it felt like it was like their first time getting drunk. They were acting like teenagers, like, like they didn't give a shit. They were like, we're invincible, like, you don't look at me like that, and you don't say things like that, and we were just fighting and screaming, and like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I haven't seen anything like that in a long time. So
everyone's being locked down. I mean, that would be the assumption. Everyone's been locked down. Now the animals have been let out of the cage for the last months. Because I lose some perspective on that, because we've done so many stand-up shows now that since June 1, there's been, I don't know, we've already done 22 of them, 24 of them. I forget how many, right? Lots. So there's like at least 20 shows that we have done since June 1 already. Yeah. So like we're already been out there. Like I've already been at bars and places and talking to people and doing shows and seeing audiences. So I don't feel like, to me, it just feels really normal. Yeah, we've had less people come because there's the fucking limits and stuff like that. But besides that, it's been fine. But I guess for most people, they're not going out that much. Haven't been at a big party.
It was so weird because I know that like the quarantine ended a little bit over a month ago. It was in May. The quarantine ended and stuff. But I think that life hasn't turned to normal in some ways. It just seems that, because I was like, I haven't seen anything like that. I was just like, what the hell just happened? Like, did we end up in a bad party or like, because like there was like, it wasn't like 1 or 2 bad apples in a bunch. It was like most of them were bad apples. Like, and we were trying, like, if I am the most sober and designated person on the group on our entire island, then you know something is fucked up. Yeah. Because usually I'm the one who is misbehaving and stuff. But I was just like, I was like a Mother Teresa. I was worried about everybody. Like, I was like, oh my God, please. Like, oh my God. Like, literally, because I was like, if something really bad happens, really, I don't know, you get hit by a car or you drown, I don't know who's gonna save you. Honestly, I don't.
It's not on the island.
Yeah, you're so fucked. You know, it's not funny for me. Like, it's not serious. I was really stressed. I was yesterday I arrived at home and I was just like, I'm so stressed. I was just emotionally so disturbed. Yes, really, I haven't seen anything like that, like in a long, long time.
Oh, I'd love to know how it is for everybody.
Yeah,
I
me
guess
too.
We're gonna see. Jeez, we got, and maybe the heat is playing a thing. I mean, also a midsummer that is finally warm and nice, which we haven't really had for quite some time as well. The heat's making everyone a little crazy.
It's like the end of the world.
They haven't been out for a while. They feel like they're 16 again. They're coming out for the first time. It's exciting. They've been under lockdown. They've been with the family, the stress. They're either like I was saying, either people have won a divorce and want to strangle each other, or they've fallen back in love again. That's what I reckon's happened with relationships now.
I agree. Like, it's the first time when I actually agree with you, but that's what I've seen as well. Like, there have been like people who have split up or people who are getting married next year. So yeah. So it can go either way. I'm still single, so I don't know. Like, but no, yeah. Yeah, I can feel that people have been stressed and like losing their jobs or being like stuck at home with kids and homeschooling, working from home. And maybe it was just everything, you know, falling into place. And now it's just, they all let their demons out. That's what I can say. Like last year, I was also at Naissaare and it was okay. Yes, people were too drunk. I remember I was arguing with some guy. I was like, you should go to sleep. Okay, whatever. Like, but it was like, it was okay. Like, there was not like anything like that. I didn't see any fights or nothing like that. I was just like, people were like in a good mood, and we went to the beach and we listened to music, and like it was fun. Actually, that's why I went back, and I was like, I did not expect anything. I was afraid I'm gonna get punched. Yeah, right. You know, I don't know what the fuck. Like,
I can't wait. I want to go next year. I'm like, this sounds like where I need to be. There's interesting shit happening left, right, and center. I'm just staying at home like an idiot. I'm a loser. No, I want to go to Naissaare and watch. Just watch the cigarette ashtrays. That's all. Just watch the glass ashtrays. That's all I'll look out for.
Sure, go to Naissaare, be the only foreign person there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
I'll do great. I'm great. I love those situations. I'll be fine. I'll be good. All right. Oh God, it's so hot. It's hard to think, isn't it? Jeez. Why am I complaining about the heat? I love the heat. Yeah. I spend the whole winter complaining about the cold, and here I am complaining
because that's so Estonian thing to do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I got so much tan already that Ekre must send me out of the country.
Oh, boom! Oh, when you do the joke, it's fine. When I did the joke, I was terrible racist. The joke I did on stage once and never again was. I'm having a hard time with my visa application. I take it as a compliment to my tan. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, you think it's that dark? Oh, no, stop it. No, that didn't get nothing right now. On. But then again, hey, all the lives matter, so it's all right. No, maybe I shouldn't. It's okay. Yeah. Oh, Mel, yeah. What do we do? On the midsummer, you know, because now that I've got my deck, it's my place now. I've got flowers out on my deck. Ooh. I put those little pots. I water them every day. I go outside.
You have like a patio, like
like a whole patio there. I put some of those fir trees off to the side, like those kind of tall. They're like a meter and a half high or something. Yeah. I got 2 of those off to the side. Have a little privacy. I've got my grill. I clean the windows. I look through my clean windows at my lovely, nice grill. Like, now I've noticed the neighbors doing it as well. Like, some flowers start popping up at the neighbors. And there's like some balconies above me as well. And like, they've got a grill exactly like my grill. Like, guys, you've been smelling that good meat. One of that good bill. It's like I'm happy to, you know, it makes me think that maybe the neighbors won't rat me out when I'm, you know.
No.
I always wonder. For a while I was worried if I grill on my deck, the neighbors would be like, "You can't grill. You gotta, you know,
If
the
you don't,
smoke and the."
No. If you don't burn down the place, they'll be fine. Yeah. Because like my neighbors do crazy as shit.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we have meetings about that. You don't know?
No. What?
Oh yeah, I have crazy neighbors.
What sort of things they do?
Okay, so literally we had a meeting about this. So anyway, we have a basement and there's like these boxes for everybody, you know, like I have my box, you have your box and blah, blah, blah. And we had it reconstructed because it was really like in a really bad shape. And we had like everything taken out, all of the trash, and we had the new boxes installed and stuff like that. And there was like one dude, you know, there's always like fucking one dude. At first he was like, no, I'm not gonna take my stuff from the basement and I'm not gonna allow you to do the construction and, you know, blah, blah. So it took like 6 months to convince him that no, we need to do it because we have rats in the basement actually. And, you know, we need to remodel it. Anyway, so finally they did it and we got the keys to our new boxes and it's really nice. And I was like, okay, I can put my bike there and I'm happy. And then but this dude was not happy at all. So he said like to the building management that, sorry, my box is not big enough and I want a bigger one and blah, blah, blah. My stuff is not going to fit there. They were like, no, if you have like 1-bedroom apartment, then your box is smaller than others because it depends how big the size of your apartment. So he was like, no. So what he did was like he took his numbers like from his door and he put it on a bigger box. Just his numbers. Just he took it and just swapped him like. And then like the management was like, can't do this. This is not your box. Like this is not how it works, you know. And then he was like, okay. And then he literally installed a door in the basement and only he can enter it. So he locked down the fucking basement. Just like literally, he just put a metallic door there and nobody can enter it. Only he has the key and he put his numbers there. And he just took like 1/4 from the entire basement. He just locked down and took his from himself. And I was just like, you're just stealing shit now? I'm like, what the fuck? You cannot just have entire basement for yourself. What the hell? And we have so much problems with him because, you know, he has a car and then he always parks it in one place. And then he put the sign there that this place, like this parking lot belongs to him. Like he put his car number there. But no, because it's the center. You cannot do that because nobody owns a parking place in our building. It's like first come, you know, first serve.
Yeah.
And he does like shit like that. And I'm like, you crazy, man. You crazy. And he doesn't not like, because this, like the apartment building was built in 1953. And he moved there in 1953. So he's the OG.
Yeah,
dude.
Okay. So he's been there. Okay. Jeez, I mean, that's a long time.
I've seen this dude.
That's 70 years or whatever. Is it? 60. Okay, 60.
67.
Sure.
Yeah, so like, yeah.
A lot. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So
right. He's a crazy old man.
He's a crazy old man.
Yeah.
And he does not give a fuck. Okay. He's like literally like, whatever. Anyway, so like it's literally just like so pointless, and I'm just like, okay. And like we now have like meetings about this, and he's always fighting with everybody. You know, he's always like, we need to cut down the trees, and he's not having it. I'm like, we need to cut down the trees. Like nobody cares. Like, and he's like, no, I put the trees on the ground myself. It's like, it's just stupid. It's I don't know. And yeah, so I have really weird neighbors, and they do crazy shit like that.
Okay, I haven't got. Okay, so I guess my neighbors are fine. They got some. No, we got. I've got no problems. I got no qualms with my neighbors. We're all right.
I was just reading the comment on the live chat, and I can just say, Marka, do you look like I care? No, I don't.
No. Why are people so unkind? I don't know. I don't get the online thing.
It's an Estonian thing, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so?
Maybe I don't know. I don't care. I don't mind anymore. I'm just like, I do my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so much happier when I've been looking at online shit lately, and I'm so much happier when I don't. I don't know. I do.
I agree.
Like when I'm not into it or anything. Like I don't know. But then you just follow a little Twitter, or you're trying to listen up on something. Because what I was, I don't know if maybe people have been listening to my podcast, and I did that 3-hour podcast with this guy Jack, who's a member of this esports team.
Yeah.
And the influential esports team, and they play World of Warcraft, and we got right into how the team works and how, you know, the business works of it, and they had to brought the team together and how they're super independent and all of that. Well, literally in the last 24 hours, that team has just disintegrated from sexual assault allegations. So there was one player who, he was quite a high player, but not management, but quite a high player. And he was just doing like horrible shit, like over a period of time. And the big thing is that the management of Method is the name of the team. And I guess this is all allegations, but there seems to be a lot of, this is not just like one person said something and no one can corroborate it. They got some corroborating sources. And it seems to be that one key player in this team was just like pathologically terrible human being.
Wow.
Not just like, oh, yo, Harvey rubbed his hand against your knee or something and hugged you one too many times. And that's inappropriate, but you know, that's not so good. Like this was pathologically terrible shit. And the team covered it up.
Oh, shit.
At a management level, they covered it up. Not only that, then some other chicks were saying that even one of the management was like doing inappropriate things, not rape, which, hey, apparently that's, you know, a thing now. We got to go, well, it wasn't rape. So, hey, you know, there's levels of this, right? So that shit has all dropped at once. Hey, Mikko's very nice. Hey, Mikko's
Okay,
going all right.
so-
Mikko's good. Yeah, so that shit all dropped in the last 24 hours. And just members of the team are just leaving. Everybody's leaving. People who are part of the management are leaving. Like the whole, what was this? And it seems like, I mean, they must have had millions of dollars worth of at least revenue. I don't know about profit, but at least revenue of coming in with the sponsors and all the things they do. And as Jack described to me, it's quite a large team. World of Warcraft has many, many players and stuff like this. Just disintegrates in 24 hours. All the players are leaving. Jack, who's our guy here in Estonia, he was the community manager. He's left. So he was just like, can't do it. Because no one's got faith in management anymore, that they covered it up. And it basically seems like that some women did come forward to, the general manager was a woman, and some women did come forward to her and she dismissed them. So they covered it up. They've got emails where she's very dismissive and it's so interesting to view it, because I don't like jumping on the bandwagon, right? I don't want to, we've got to respect. I think that there are, you know, if someone makes a claim, we need to look into that. But we also, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that, but you know, I don't believe in the Twitter mob going at people as much as we should absolutely believe accusations, for sure. I also have a problem with the Twitter mob jumping on everything with 1 hour, and then this is, you know, that other balance of it is a bit difficult. But it seems so outrageous what they did. So much evidence against them. You're like, oh shit, you guys are fucked. You did terrible things. And you're just watching it disintegrate in front of your eyes. And I've been watching that essential live show on Twitter for the last 24 hours. You can check it out at Method Jack. If you're listening, buddy, I'm sorry to hear you through this. Maybe Jack wants to come on next week. I was going to message him up and say, hey, you want to come and tell your side of the story? And I wanted to view it because I know I'm only been following the Twitter drama because I listened to Jack tell me about it for 3 hours. So I'm like, I know all about this team. I know everything that went on, and now they're melting down. And, you know, it's been interesting, and I wanted to call it research. I wanted to say like, yo, I'm learning about how all this works and learning about what a great example that we thought they were this amazing, great independent team doing things. And now they're just like terrible pieces of shit underneath the surface.
The reputation can change so fast.
So fast.
Yeah.
And now it's all... And so I kind of said, oh, that was interesting from a professional perspective. But Jesus, I've had just dark Twitter in my brain for the last 24 hours.
Dark Twitter.
Yeah, if it seems like I'm a bit like not... I'm fine, but I just like have been pumping, like reading everything I can about these dark Twitter incidences 24 hours, trying to learn about it. This doesn't make me a happy person. This doesn't like make everything great. I've got to stop, you know.
Yeah.
Watching
Well, the first news after the Nice drama, when I came back, the first news that I read was about the drama that happened in Estonian theater.
Oh, yeah, with this bloke.
And I was like, I can't read the news. I was just like, this is too much because I started to, like, there was a lot of opinions. There's just allegations. These women, like, they want to take him down and blah, blah, blah. And then when Helme, of course, opened his mouth, I was like, I am done. I'm locking myself in my apartment and I'm not coming out. I hate this shit. And I was just, because I was pissed. Mariana was pissed. We did an episode about it.
So this guy just says, yo, I was hugging a bit too much. Oh, it was the Women's Day and we give a hug on the Women's Day.
Oh, that's just our tradition, grabbing and groping. And
okay. Do you think it was just a few hugs that went on a few seconds too long, or he was grabbing the pussy? Was he grabbing the pussy?
I think he was grabbing everything.
Grabbing everything.
Everything.
Okay,
I believe, of course, I have never worked there. I don't know anybody who has. So, of course, this is totally, this is a comedy channel, so you get the context, I hope. Probably not this Marko dude. He doesn't get it, but but otherwise you get we are just discussing our opinions and don't take it too seriously. But for me, it's like, okay, how many women have to come forward and say that he did inappropriate things from different periods of time? Because even with Harvey Weinstein, there was over 100 women saying, and people were like, no, but it's not true. How many women do you need? How many? I mean, just one case is enough for me. Somebody said he did inappropriate things, and I read the things that he did, and I was just and because it's just a joke, I'm just I'm gonna fall over and just accidentally grab your boob, Bitch.
Okay, but how about this? Okay, can we have an investigation?
Okay.
Maybe. All right, fair enough. A lot of women have said he's bad. What about an investigation? Because it seems like he's just coming out and going, oh, yo, I'll stop with the hugs on Women's Day and everything's going to be fine. Oh,
I think he understands what he did wrong.
And that's it, yeah.
Because the thing was he also has supporters and they're but it's part of his personality. That's who he is. He's making jokes. I'm like, bitch, he's not funny, okay? He is not funny, okay? I'm like, this is not a joke. You're making your employees uncomfortable. And I guess who would making sexist comments, describing their bodies and
who would investigate it anyway? I'm because I'm just thinking all right, fine. Let's say there's loads of women that say this, right? If someone made an investigation, then he would get his chance to tell his side of the story. They'll go to talk to that, and then we get some sort of impartial person who'll go, and he's had some level of due process, because it does sort of seem like he's going no, everything's fine, and now apparently it's supposed to go away. But then again, who would do it? Who do you call?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Officer Uberlet needs to come along and run. Detective Uberlet needs to come along and run that investigation. Who would that be?
Yeah.
There's a market there. There's got to be a market there. Maybe your ex-cop, private eye. I've seen the movies. There's a lot of ex-cops who turn into private eyes, private investigators that you can hire and they will come and talk to everyone.
Yeah, investigate, yeah.
Yeah, investigate, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, is that a job offer?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you can't, Sille, because as a woman, you'd be biased towards the other women.
No,
I can't be a partial.
I can't because I have two big boobs and they couldn't stop themselves, It would be it would be too complicated for them, It's just... Because I made this joke about grabbing the pussy because that happened to me recently. Some dude just randomly behind my back, he grabbed my pussy and I was like, joke's on you, buddy, I'm on my period.
No, wait, so you didn't just come around... I'm
standing
from the back.
And I had a dress, I'm just wearing a dress and he's just whoop.
Now from underneath.
Yes. Oh. And I was like, no, dude, literally, I'm on my period, so I don't know if you want to grab anything there.
And who was this? Did you know this gentleman beforehand? No. He just comes up and...
Yeah. That has happened to me.
Again, this happened. Didn't you tell me before this happened on Nisar? Mm-hmm. Now, Nisar sounds like... No. Nisar sounds like the fucking Walking Dead. There's no rules. The police, a society is only as stable as the police are able to enforce that. And the police, if they're on the other side of the island, it's free reign, it seems. And this has turned into some Lord of the Flies shit going on here. So this dude thinks, now, he might at first think, Like, all right, cops are nowhere to be seen. Officers have gone over there. It's pussy grabbing time. And then he's like, nah. And so he decides he's going to do it. But what I think he's forgetting about Nisard on Midsummer is that it is, and when things are lawless things can happen to you too. Like ashtrays flying into your forehead. Like I wouldn't, notwithstanding that it's not right to grab the pussy in the first place. Like that goes without saying. However, beyond that, I wouldn't want to grab the pussy for two reasons. One, it might be you and you're going to turn around and fucking wallop me. But however, if you don't, the drunk boyfriend is gonna want to come for me and he's gonna be throwing ashtrays left, right, and center, and there's no cops that I can call on because I was grabbing the pussy in the first place because it's lawless.
Yeah, this is some like, I wasn't even thinking like Soviet Union things, but like this is like some caveman shit right here. Like literally, I was like, you're a bunch of Neanderthals here.
It seems like it.
I was just like, you are not Homo sapiens. No, honey. No. Shut the fuck up. I was just like, right. Because I literally, like, I was a little bit startled, because you're like,
Sure.
And then, like, because my friends were like, oh, you grabbed the wrong pussy, dude.
Did you just like unload on him, or you just like?
Oh yes, I was like, you're gonna have a walk of shame, honey. You do not know who the fuck you're messing, because he was having it, like he was just like, and he was just like he tried to say like, no, but you wanted me, and I was like, what? Like what? Like standing like just like, what the fuck? Like I didn't do anything, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, because maybe I had like a small conversation with him. I was like, honey, I have talked to everybody here. Like, that's who I am. Like, this doesn't mean I want to suck your dick because I had a conversation with you. Like, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck out. Like, I was just like, no. Like, I let him have it. No, I was like, well, thank you for the comment a bit, at least.
Yeah.
So I got something from it, at
this
least.
is like, I got to think about this actually if I go to Nisarda next year. I'm like, I'm stepping into another world, like a jungle. If I go there with my girlfriend, I got to be prepared to defend what's going on. I don't know what to do.
I need to? I had some mace with me.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yes.
So I got to learn some jujitsu so I can put a choke on a motherfucker or something. I got 1 year. Maybe in 1 year I could learn enough jujitsu that if the drunk fuck comes along, I'll be able to like, deal with him, put him in a little choke or something, get him down. Because it's just 1 year, but maybe he's a drunk fuck, so. Jesus, we gotta be ready. Mm-hmm.
It's like you're gonna go into a fight, you're gonna just walk into like, and as soon as you step off the boat, everything is off. You just go crazy because I saw some shit there. I was like, what? No. Okay, I was not expecting that.
Huh? Oh my god.
So yeah.
I need some. I need some water. Where's the?
Sure.
Or is that's your water? Wait.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, okay, so Mikko, Louis, can you? Yeah, okay, so Mikko wants, could either one of you make a joke about Finland? Nothing too cruel, please. Mikko, I would love to make a joke about Finland, but you would probably not get it. So.
Well, Mikko sounds Finnish.
Yeah,
so,
Mikko is sounds Finnish.
Here we go, back again. All right. Louis the pussy protector. Well, in the best. Well, let's see. Like, because I don't want to be that guy who's all like, "Yo, if that dude was like grabbing my girlfriend's pussy, I'd be all like, yo, bro," and then I'd hit him with one like this, and like, I don't want to. I want to believe that for sure. That's what the male brain wants me to think. But if we're on Nisard again, I'm looking around. I got no backup. We're on the fucking planet of the apes. Am I going to be able to, if I was thinking to myself, what do I do? What do I do if the drunk guy tries to grab the girlfriend's pussy? We're on Nisard. There's no backup. Like, do I got to look for a club? What am I going to do?
Do you know who's your backup? Your girlfriend from Estonia. Like, she's going to whoop his ass.
Yeah, I'm going to be like a little bitch in the corner. Oh, Mikko. Mikko, are you living in Estonia, Mikko? Or you just you tuning in from across the water in Helsinki, maybe? Oh, beer. I was trying to not drink. I mean, now that after midsummer, because I feel like I've just been drinking for a month with all the shows. Again, 20 shows, and then most shows I'm having a beer or a couple of beers. So I'm trying not to drink for a while, and now I'm just looking at that. Oh, they're going, that beer. That sweet, sweet beer. Well, thanks, Mikko. Thanks for joining in. You should come for a cruise one day, buddy, because you can't go anywhere else. So it's not often that I would say, hey, Finnish people, why don't you come to Estonia? But where else are you going to go?
Yeah, I actually missed the Finnish language. It's been a long time.
Yeah?
I mean, I was just like, yeah, because it sounds foreign to me in a way, you know. I've been stuck with Estonians here for the last 6 months. I'm tired of this shit.
I know, it's enough to make you want to fight and get drunk on an island, isn't it? Yeah. Nothing but all
you can't get over it. Well, actually, like, yeah, when I came back yesterday, I was just like, I need another vacation. Just, you know, relax.
Vacation,
yeah, just to relax. Yeah, so I'm like, ugh. But whatever, I survived. I'm happy. I'm not bleeding. But I was bleeding, but from different reasons. But I'm not bleeding.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, we understood, yes.
So, and I was like, okay, nothing bad happened to me. I really felt bad. I was just like, okay, so tell me this. If you're that dude who gets super drunk for 3 days, fights, gets his face like totally trashed and like, you know, everything is fucked up and I don't know, and maybe his wife leaves him or whatever. Is it worth it? Like, is it fun for them? I don't understand. Is it really fun for them?
I mean, it's just life. Like, they don't know.
I don't know. Because for me, it was like, this doesn't seem fun at all. Like, getting this drama and fighting and arguing and... I was just wondering.
Yeah,
like,
sure. But there's something more primal going on. That these guys mostly... Again, back to that idea that they haven't been out very much. Sure, you can go out on the weekends, but they haven't really let it out so far. Maybe people have just forgot what it's like to interact.
To be civil.
Yeah. Maybe being civil isn't like part of the normal way for us or something. Or that when you're not part of human beings anymore, that you need some time to acclimatize. And you know, they've been locked up with the old lady and goddamn, she's annoying me. And like, one of these days, Alice, right to the moon, like.
Oh my God. Dick Van Dyke.
Yes, yeah, that's the old.
That's
anyway.
with black and white.
Yeah.
Oh
One of these days, Alice, pow, right in the kisser, like that shit used to be.
I can't believe that was on TV.
Yeah, it's crazy shit, right?
Yeah. Wow, I agree, but I was just thinking like, I didn't want this to ruin my midsummer, but if you see so much like fighting and blood and like drama and stuff, and it kind of you get annoyed, you get worried, and I'm that type of person like because I've been like trained, you know, like when I was working in a restaurant, you get trainings, how to get first aid, how to just look after people, you know, it's just really like it's a thing. When you see something happen to somebody, it doesn't matter who it is. You just rush to help. You don't think about it. You mean, okay, like we need to do this. It's not, like I can be drunk or whatever, like, but I'm gonna help you.
God.
So, and I was really like, I was like a Mother Teresa there. I was fucking worried. Okay.
Like you could just choose any nurse, but you're like, no, the most famous one in the history, Mother Teresa.
Of course.
She like helped poor people and shit in like countries over a number of years. You patch up one drunk dude and you're like, I'm the greatest nurse that's ever
because
lived.
I'm still like a motherfucking Simmer Pizza. Okay. You know it's
Florence
like
Nightingale, she got nothing on me. All those women in the wars helping out the soldiers. No. One drunk guy, ashtray, nice art. This is
I was the hero there, okay?
True. You go there, nice art. So you didn't leave the next day because there was that one ferry that couldn't leave.
But we couldn't leave the island.
Yeah, okay.
So we were there for 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, we left. Yeah, like 2 nights. We were there 2 nights.
Were you camping?
No, like my friend works there, so she provided us the place to stay. It was okay. Like, I mean, like there were some parts that were fun, and we went like because there's a lot to discover in the island, and also it was really super nice weather. We went to the beach, and we were just having fun actually. But like during the nighttime, I was just really worried that somebody's gonna get killed or some shit is going down. You can see that.
Right. Any moment, someone's gonna come out of the bushes. This is The Walking Dead. Like you got to protect yourself.
Bitches, I was ready. Like.
Sure. Once you get into your cabin, you just paint. Once you arrive, you survive. On the side there.
Do not open to people inside. It's like,
yeah,
oh my God, yes. Yeah, it was pretty extreme. Let's just say it was an extreme holiday for me. I was not because like my coworkers were sending me articles like, Sille, are you okay? Because we're reading about the shit on the news. I was like, I don't want to talk about it. I was just like, I want to talk about it. Like, I know everything that is going on, and people were sending me the articles and stuff like, are you gonna get back like on time? And I'm like, we're figuring things out. Like
they act like you're trapped there forever. Like
I know.
How will you ever get back from the long lost island of Nisard? This will never be able to do it. Like, it's just like they'll just put a boat on. It's okay. You'll be out. This is not going to be like quarantine again for like days upon end.
Yeah. I was not expecting that at all. At all. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. I have some stories now.
Hey. And we're going to be, to gently, smoothly change that subject, we will have a chance to tell those stories at the Tissident Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
What's the date again? I forgot. I don't know. I got people to handle this now, which is a great thing.
It's 14th of July.
14th of July. That's right.
Yes. I'm really excited about the place, because I think it's really nice. Klubi Live in Tallinn.
Yeah, right down by the water. A lot of people don't seem to know it, or
I've been
what's
there.
Going on. Yeah, so you should know, because she's been there, guys. Okay, like it's right down near the terminal, the port, like right deep in there.
Yeah,
and it's a really nice place.
Yeah, I've seen the sunset and the sunrise there.
Oh, classy.
Yes, I was wasted, but it was still nice.
And because we don't want to do it outside, because we're all, well, now it seems great, but who knows
the
how
weather.
It's
yeah,
be.
it can be a T-storm, like thunderstorm. Yeah.
But we can open up those big doors at Lave, and just like it seems like outside, but it's still inside.
Exactly,
it seems perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about the place, and I'm really excited. I have my costume, I have my wig, I have my jokes, I have my material, I have flamingos to put on stage.
Okay, yeah, we got
I have so much shit. Like Mariana was like, "So what do you want to put on stage?" I was like, "Palm trees, flamingos, fireworks, everything." Mariana was like, "Chill the fuck down," like, you know.
This is one of my requirements of the venue. I'm like, we need something on the ground floor that we can back the car up, because I ain't hauling all that fucking stage shit up some stairs. Flamingos and palm trees. When we were thinking about, I think it was Bobby Kino Supros or something, I was like, oh, I'm going to have to haul all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No, like we could just drive the car up and it's there.
Yeah.
This is a great choice.
So yeah, we're going to have a lot of decor on stage. I don't know where I'm going to get all the stuff, but...
They have a lot of plants there, I've heard.
Yeah. So we're going to definitely use
I don't know where
plants.
you're getting these goddamn flamingos from.
Oh, I'm going to get the flamingos.
Yeah. Flamingos.ee. I don't know if there's such a service in Estonia. No. That good. Catering.
No, it's called just.ee.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but so anyway, I've been already talking with some people that I'm going to probably rent some stuff. Like,
nice.
Yeah. So it's going to be really like pink and this and that. I'm so excited. I can't. Like,
some sort of indoor fireworks would be good. I don't know how we make that happen. Oh, I had that. It's possible. Oh, hey, Rando. Good to see you, buddy.
Yes, hi.
I did some investigation on this a while ago about indoor pyrotechnics.
Oh.
And it's possible. You can get these boxes, and they're about that big and probably about that square, and they shoot sparks up. And the ones I saw were probably like 2 meters high, or maybe it can be higher, maybe it's adjustable, I'm not sure.
Okay.
And you just put them there and they shoot these sparks up and look badass.
Wow.
Because the reason that I had investigated all of this is sometimes I get ideas, and sometimes I think my ideas are great, and often others don't think so. But I thought this idea was great, that when we were doing the show like a couple of years ago at Alexila Hall, it was still Alexila then, I forget, anyway, at Alexila.
Nordea.
Was it Nordea then? When we did our stand-up on scene show, and it was me and the Estonian Sander and Ari and Mikael doing our show there, which we haven't only done once.
Then it was Nordea.
Yeah, then it was Nordea,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
My idea is I wanted to take advantage of the big stage while we had it. So what I wanted was, before Mikael goes on, the stage goes to black. Like, we don't say nothing, right? The stage goes, and it's just a normal show. Carl's hosting, comedians on and off, regular show. And thanks, Mikko. You got those good compliments, buddy. and it's a regular show. But then before Mikael, Carl says, and now present Mikael Meima, and then everything goes black, and it's pitch black, right?
Okay.
Then all of a sudden there's a spotlight, and it comes, and it's like a follow spot, and it goes upwards to the ceiling, and there, suspended from the roof, is Mikael Meima.
Oh.
And he's in a harness and shit.
Oh shit.
And he's just hanging there. And then he starts dropping down like this. The light's on him. Then all of a sudden, hard German techno kicks in. Ungst, 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 ungst. We've got like crazy laser beams going. Zing, zoom, ungst, 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 ungst. And then that's when like the row of like 6 of these firework boxes start shooting up out of nowhere. Ungst, 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 ungst. Mikael drops to the ground. And then he comes along. He undoes his
Buckles, yeah.
his little buckles. The music, the techno music dials down. The sparklers die down. Mikael walks to the mic and says, "So what about cats and dogs?" And then does the regular bit. And there's no
The
explanation.
build up is so like
There's no explanation for it. He just does it and never credits it. And I was creative idea.
No,
but
that's I love it. I love it. But that needs to be my show.
we're gonna have you. I even looked into how much like it would cost to like a company that could do the suspending you, and like it can happen, but like it wasn't that much.
Okay.
I remember thinking it was gonna be like $150. Like you could afford it if you're doing.
For me, the thing that I would be worried about Mikael was either he's gonna have a seizure or he's gonna throw up being drunk or like hanging on the ceiling, you know, like.
So if you want to, when we do that big Alexila show, I've already got the contacts.
Ooh.
I've already thought it through about how we do this safely, like get a proper team to like, you know, who do this sort of shit, right?
That's a production.
Yeah, to get a full thing. I'd already like spec'd the whole thing out. And then it was like, no, maybe we shouldn't do that, Louis. And I was like,
God, do it. Like, because that would be so memorable, you know, like you can never see anything like that because people are usually like, oh, just put it online. Just record it, put it online. It's not the same.
Yes.
If you're going to be there and you're going to see some fireworks indoors, it's like going to be like, that's some Kevin Hart shit. Like, or something like, you know, you're, like, that's some really like, I love it. I love it.
So maybe, I don't know, talk to Henrik. Maybe he can get us some firework boxes or something, some little things. You just hire them.
Henrik's going to hate me like,
you
have so many demands.
Where are they coming from? Louis is the one feeding you all of this. And then Henrik's in the office probably complaining to me, Silla wants so much stuff. And I'm like, you know what? She does want so much stuff. God damn. She has so much. I'm like, Silla, more fireworks, more fireworks.
Because the funniest thing was it's the entire show. It's kind of like last minute, you know. It's like long time coming. We already have the things we want to talk about. We already know what we want to do, but finding the place, finding the right time, and everything, that was a big struggle for us. So it was literally like on Monday, like, so are we gonna do the live? Let's do it. Okay. I was like, do we have like a Facebook event? No, we don't have anything. And then I literally started to design, like making animations, shit, and making covers. And like I fucked up so much shit, but I was like, hey, I'm not a designer. I'm just doing my best here. So I was making just like everything on the go. I was sending to Henrik. Henrik was putting it up, posting it. I was just like, we're gonna make it work. Yeah. One way or another. Mariana was like, this is crazy, Silla. We don't have enough time. We only have 3 weeks. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Okay.
We're going to sell it. It's fine. It's like 150 tickets, I think,
150, yeah. I was like, and I'm going to have the flamingos there. But then I was like, what the fuck is up with you and flamingos? I was like, it's summer. Like, yes, summer. And then she was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And she was like, you already have your costume. I was like, bitch, I have everything. I'm ready to go now. Like, and I was like, chill. Like, okay, like, I don't know, maybe like we're going to sell half the tickets. I was like, no, honey. No. So
we're going to sell them all, I'm sure. I mean, because you guys are talking about it and I think people will be interested in it. Don't want to be arrogant and be like, of course, no, people will buy the tickets.
No, yeah.
But I think people will.
I was like, well, I have 75 friends. You have 75 friends. So like we're going to make it work. No, it's great. I'm really I'm not even worried about that. I want to have a great, you know, something that I want to have a great production. I want it to be really special and awesome and memorable.
I think it will be. I think your shows are. That's what I like about them. They're very different and a different style, and it's cool.
Yeah, although it's a lot of work, but I think it pays off in a way. I always have so much fun. Like I loved that when we did the Christmas special. Like the stage was a lot, but it was so cool.
It's all right. We're learning every time how to do it right and
fast.
and not too overboard. So, and even like, because the Christmas special is Von Kral, even if you think about, have you ever been to Von Kral? There's sort of like, it's out the back and there's small doors that you have to go through, where I'm like, at Live, you're telling me I can just back the car up to some big ass doors and just walk the things in. I'm like, let's do it. Even it's shit like that to consider when doing a show, and that makes us think like, okay, that's what makes me happy.
Because we have already so many fan letters that people have been writing their stories and stuff, and we're also like waiting to tell the stories. It's so exciting for us, and So I'm really looking forward to it. And I know it's on Tuesday, but
you guys have got a busy schedule. You can't.
Yeah, and it was really hard to find the perfect date because. One of us is on vacation, away, this and that. Like it doesn't match with them, it doesn't match with you. It was a nightmare, but we made it work.
We did it.
We did it.
So you can get those tickets at Pileta Levi. They're available there. Yeah. Check out Tissident live. It's gonna be fun.
And today is Mariana's birthday, so.
Oh, it is. You're going to the party?
Yes,
afterwards?
I'm going to the garden party. Yes.
Okay. Where is it? At her place?
Yeah, it's at her place. Okay. So it's just gonna be food and soft drinks and
of course,
yes, of course.
Are you going to sneak in a little bit of your own booze somehow? No, nothing. Okay.
No, I already had my morning margarita. And of course, because it's me. It's kind of like, I think if you have a party like that, when you don't serve alcohol, then I'm not going to drink alcohol there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when my friends were pregnant, then when I went to their birthday parties, I didn't drink. It's like a solidarity thing.
Respectful.
Yes.
That's very nice.
Yes, I can be a nice person, okay? I say lives in nice out. I'm sorry, I cannot get over it. Yes, morning margarita. I had a hard day, so I had my morning margarita.
Yeah. Oh, it's so hard to stay away from alcohol, isn't it?
During the summertime.
Yeah, I know. Right. I'm looking at that whole, even though I'm going to Tartu now for the weekend, and I took my little Mökku cup, those cups that you get at Mökku and Naive, they've got their own cup. It's €2, and you don't I feel like a little kid going to the fair or something. I'm like, I've got my Spider-Man cup that I can get a squishy in or something. Like that's what it feels so like. Cute. But instead, I'm gonna go to Mökku and get it filled with beer.
Yeah.
Right.
I bought some Gengök. Gengök used to be in the Mökku, but now they're actually selling vegan shashlik and vegan grill basically and stuff like that. So I bought some vegan stuff from them.
Vegan shashlik.
Yes.
That's so funny.
I love it. It was with barbecue sauce.
Okay.
I love it. People hated it. I was like, I didn't buy this shit for you. I was just eating my vegan shashlik and being happy.
Nice.
Yeah, because actually I was there with my friends, I was cooking, but I had everything was vegan that I had. I was making vegan hot dogs even. And then my friend was like, this tastes like shit. And I was like, it's free and you're a nicer, you gotta fucking eat it.
Oh, you can't. If someone's cooking for you, no, you've got to eat what's being cooked.
Yeah. So no complaints, Right. And she threw it away and I was like, fuck.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, because my friends are like that. They don't give a shit. They're they're going to be really straightforward and they're going to say no, I don't like this.
Okay. So there's some shit. So I've got to go to Nysa. I mean, not on Midsummer, but it just sounds like a place to go. Maybe there's some cabins you can rent or something. You want to stay over there
you can stay there. There's a village and there's guest houses, stuff like that. And also because it's an ex-military island, the island, Estonia got the island back in 1995. It was totally closed for a couple of decades or something. So there's different stories where they used to keep the mines and stuff and a lot of Soviet Union technology, and it has its own railway. Yeah. And
does it still work?
Part of it, yes.
Toot, toot. Okay, yeah.
So part of it still works, and you can just take a train and just go around a little bit.
No shit. Okay, so it's that big. I didn't know. I have no idea.
It's quite big. Yeah, they have their own tiny village. It's like when we walked from one end to another, and it was 8 kilometers or something. So we were walking around and they have the lighthouse and port and stuff. Yeah, there's some stuff to see. And I actually like the island, and it has an interesting history. Don't like the people.
I'm not sure they were the natives though, so to speak.
The natives were the craziest. Yeah.
Yeah, you think they were the
because
natives?
No, I know because I've seen them. Like I've been there for the past 3 years, so I already recognize those drunk faces. And the captains, they live there in the island. And there were some other local drunks that I was like, oh, okay, that's the shaman of the place, and that's it has the it's an interesting place to be like, but it was too much this time.
Oh, seeing that sunshine's coming in over there. We're gonna get down to it soon, I think. Before we wrap up in a moment.
Yeah.
Oh, need a kebab maybe. Get that sunshine, walking around. I haven't worn long pants in weeks. It's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know, everyone can see my knees. That's because I've got the long shot today. I know, which means that everyone, usually I hide my terrible legs away from the world. The shame. Oh, the shame.
Don't body shame yourself.
Oh, thank you for the empowerment, honey. Thank you. You're right. I shouldn't. I should love my body.
Even your hairy legs.
Now I feel better.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Cool, guys. Yeah, a bit of a low-key one today. We were just chilling, just talking, getting through it, seeing what's going on.
Just sweating. Sorry, I'm just sweating.
We got some stuff. What are we doing next week? We have Monday night 2 shows at Möku. That's why I'm going to Tartu. We're going to stay there. And then Tuesday at Ykskoik Underground there. I don't know exactly if on July 1, if the 2+2 is being lifted or something.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah, there's some real change happening on July 1. We're not sure. We're always going to stay within whatever the boundaries, because in Ykskoik, which is a small little underground in Old Town, we can have, I think, 30 guests once we factor all the comedians. It's like 42 plus the comedians. I've got to have that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Monday because I've been writing stuff. The 20 shows I keep talking about, I've been doing new sets, trying new things. Because my whole thing, it occurred to me, I was saying I did that dumb joke about my brown skin.
Yeah.
And nobody liked it. And I went, fair enough. I know which way the wind is blowing. Okay. But yeah, it just made me think like, so my whole thing for the last week and a half is I'm like, I am not going to do any jokes about race. No jokes about race. And I don't give a shit how dumb or stupid the topic is, how meaningless it sounds like. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to have stupid fun. And at the end of it, I've been what was I talking about? Milk in bags. Okay, sure. That's about as dumb as you can get it. Seagulls that swoop me when I'm walking down the street. Yes, pretty dumb. And then I started to do some bits about Estonian like childhood, the TV characters for children. So I was watching YouTube. I got shown like Mommi ja Abits. I got shown Leopold. I got shown Postikana, the little chicken with the crazy eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And I got shown all of this. And so I started to talk about that. And then that so I've actually been sitting down writing, and it's fun. And like, you might think like, how to say, there's some level that I go like, oh my God, why am I writing about milk in bags? What the fuck?
Not?
What the fuck has come to my life? But on the other hand, like, we're just having fun. Remember when comedy was fun?
Yeah.
And we didn't have to be addressing social issues and shit and talking about that. And we just
take it out barriers and stick it to the man. And
all that. No, we're just talking about dumb shit. So I've just been writing jokes about dumb shit, talking about silly stuff. And it's fun. And it's finally getting somewhere. So yeah.
And you can see people responding?
Yeah, I mean, I see the stuff about because I start the whole bit about the children's TV characters by, look, guys, I found some shit I don't think I was supposed to find. And I'll just say some names and you can tell me whether you know these names or not, and sort of enter it that way.
Well, because you thought it was a horror show, but it turns out it was a kid show.
Oh my God, it looks like a horror show.
I know.
Like, why? It looks like these things are going to jump out of trees at me or something.
Yeah.
And didn't we have anyway.
Well, the government wanted to scare us, so they did their job.
Was that what it is? I mean, why? Yeah, so...
Because it was in the 80s, so it was still the Soviet Union times.
Okay, so I get the Soviet Union element to it. I get why the whole Soviet Union was a bit crazy like that. So you think they wanted to scare you or what? Like why? Why is it that capitalistic America came out with fun, happy, purple dinosaur Barney and you guys got some shit that looked like, from a Japanese horror film, like coming out of the forest? Because I thought maybe if it was one like in the early days of Estonians, like it reflects your, I don't know, you guys believe in the forest and you believe in the nature and shit, and you've got stories about the ancient people in these lands and stuff like that, and they believed all kinds of shit about weird creatures in the forest and stuff, and like, cool, right on, that's your, and I can figure that maybe when it was the Estonian days, early on, that the characters were reflecting that somehow?
No, it was the cheap knockoff of everything in the West, So.
Okay, so you just think that's all it was?
Yeah, because it's like we don't have the budget, but we want to do something similar, but then they forgot to put the filter on. And so it turned out to be a nightmare. Something like that.
I started to think about the children's TV shows that I grew up with, and one of them was called, in my local city, we had our own one at our own TV station. His name was Big Dog.
Okay.
And Big Dog had his friend whose name was Miss Kim, and Big Dog and Miss Kim had adventures, and Miss Kim was like in her 30s and she's still Miss Kim, and that wasn't weird at all. But they lived together, but every night she would put him to bed. And and what would play is that on my town's channel at 7:30 at night, every night, they would play this little segment, and it would be like Big Dog and Miss Kim, and they would be him going to bed and be like, "Oh, boys and girls, Big Dog's had a long day. Now it's time for Big Dog to brush his teeth and go to bed." And then Big Dog would sit down and he'd brush his teeth in front of the bed, and then he'd get in there and then he'd do that thing that characters do because they can't close their eyes, so he'd put his hand there. Oh. And Miss Kim would kiss him goodnight and be like, "Good night, boys and girls." And that was meant to be when the children would go to sleep. And we did that shit for years. And I was watching that again, and I guess I can't play the clip because it's YouTube and you get copyright striked, but in the background, just as a prop in Big Dog's bedroom, is a bus stop sign, like a legit wooden real, we would have had on the street, this yellow post which was a legit real bus stop sign. And it all became clear to me why my friends and I loved stealing street signs so much.
Oh, subconsciously.
We'd been watching Big Dog since we were children, telling us to go to bed. And here's Big Dog, the nicest character that you've ever seen, and the dude's got a stolen bus stop sign in the corner of his bedroom. Because when we were 17, holy shit, did we like stealing street signs. We liked it, and we were really good at it too. And we stole every kind of, we had every speed limit number. We had the whole set. They were like Pokemon to us. We collected them all. And we knew how to get them down. We knew the different bolts that they had. We had different methods of maybe one guy would stand watch or something. Maybe we would just rush in. Sometimes we would do it in the middle of a car park because actually kind of no one's looking at you. We kind of realized as little Australian delinquent children. We even learned the technique which I coined as the Saddam drag, which is where you basically tie a rope to the car and then put a rope around the bottom of the sign, and then you just fucking pull it out of the ground. Yeah, then you got to deal with this big concrete pipe that might put it to the ground, and then you can maybe unbolt the sign or something.
What did you do with the signs?
Put it up in your house. So we had them in our share house.
Okay.
And the problem was with our share house, though, that we had them on the walls and shit. And I remember Rob had his DJ set, which was literally 4 milk crates and a massive road close sign. And that's where he put his decks on. And we had them all posted over our house in the bedrooms and everything. And the problem is that we kind of lived on this corner. So when the cars came out and around the corner, their lights would briefly flash through our apartment and it would light up like a disco ball.
Yeah.
And like zing, zing everywhere. And yeah, and we love stealing street signs. And I think it's Big Dog's fault. So search Big Dog Newcastle on YouTube. You're going to see Big Dog going to bed. And he's who I blame.
Yeah, well,
for,
in the 90s,
signs.
in the 90s, when I used to grow up, I didn't watch actually a lot of Estonian TV. When I got Cartoon Networks, I was like,
okay.
So I did not. The funniest thing was I did not understand Scooby Doo or anything, but I was just like, I love the colors,
Okay.
and I was like, it's really, Baby Sille, Tiny Sille.
Baby Sille.
Yes, and I watched Powerpuff Girls and like, yeah.
All right. Well, maybe that's also. I mean, you speak great English, so maybe that's also just hearing. You listen to so many cartoons.
And that's how I learned.
Right,
It was like I was in kindergarten or something like. So that's how I learned. So yeah, that's where it all started.
All right, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks very much for watching. Yeah, we're gonna see how we go next week. But there's definitely gonna be more of these. Okay, setting our clocks for the next one. Oh no, it's that.
It's just
What is the
it's a
time?
bracelet.
Cool. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching, everybody. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.
Ciao.